It's nice when I reread a comic and it's even better than I remembered it. This is New Warriors number 10. This is from their second series, which started in the very late 90s. It's written by Jason Faerber, who is cropping up a lot lately. And the artist is one of them forward-thinking morons on the Twitter machine. Most people didn't like this series, but I have opinions on that, and I believe that most of them haven't even bothered reading it. The art is pretty crappy at establishing things, which is good to know since the artist went on to be a twat. A lot of the visual setup on the first 2 pages is bad because, like down here, we have Hercules, man, except he's from behind. And then on this next page, we are introduced to the members of the team who are part of this story, and they are all from behind too. Our plot is that Hercules, man, he has brought the New Warriors to his dad, Liam Neeson, from Clash of the Titans. He wants them to be judged because one of them is deriving their powers from a magic chest plate from fairyland. This guy, Agnes, he is the character in question as well as the leader of this iteration of the New Warriors. The rest of the team, Torpedo, Seagull and Driveshaft, who is from the Top Gun series. A lot of people are of the mind that the New Warriors were never successfully done after the first series or after Fabio Nicieza left. And that is absolute bollocks because this series does a great job of it. There's this myth, and I think this is entirely spread by that fake geek girl Diversity in a comic book. There's this myth that the New Warriors, after Fabio Nicieza, they were always written as a joke book where they are a bunch of goofy sidekicks doing reality TV and stuff like that, and that's just not true. That fake geek girl has never read this book. He has probably never even heard of it. And if he has, he will hate it just because it doesn't match with his very limited nostalgia for the New Warriors. This series, it pushes the team forward. We have also got Black Star. We have got Black Star and Speedy Balls. They are on the team. We have got 3 of the original New Warriors. We've got Torpedo, who is a main character in the first volume. She's like a second generation member, but she definitely counts as a classic member of the team. Then you have got 2 new additions in the shape of Agnes and Driveshaft, and they are both compelling characters who are written well. Black Star and Speedy Balls, they do have a somewhat light-hearted, humorous subplot here, but that doesn't make the entire book a joke or demean or disrespect their characters in any way. They are wanting Hollywood to make a movie based on the New Warriors. It's never really treated as a crazy joke or a wacky plot line. Agnes, apparently he gets a new costume, but it's hard to tell because it looks more or less like the same thing he was wearing before, since the artist isn't really that good. But what we have here is, we have a subplot. This was an ongoing subplot in the series about Driveshaft and how he is suffering from mutant AIDS, and it's done really well. I incorrectly remembered them resolving this plot in the series with some bullshit magic cure, but I was completely wrong. Very well done. But our main plot is Agnes being tested by the gods of fairyland to see if he is worthy of wielding their magic chest plate. This means that he fights Hercules, man. Agnes is also doubting his place as leader of the team. He thinks he doesn't deserve to lead them. So we have a fun little scrap with Hercules, man. Agnes, he gets to prove himself, and even the other characters, they get to do stuff like our here Drive Shaft is using his electricity powers, and then we have this bit with Black Star resolving to be a better hero. He was embroiled in some scandal at the time, but this is the last issue of the series, so we never get to see any of this stuff go anywhere. And the two new additions, Agnes and Drive Shaft, they never appear in a New Warriors book again, and they are both killed off the next time they appear in any book. This book definitely deserved more support. It is a great successor to the original series. And here is my favourite scene in the issue. Drive Shaft, he talks to Liam Neeson about his disease, and he wants Liam Neeson to wave his hand and magically cure him. This is what I remembered as happening, but Liam Neeson actually says that he won't do that. He cannot meddle in the life of mortals. But he shares sympathy for Drive Shaft's affliction. Down here he goes, "My boy, if anyone is going to overcome this dread malady, it will be someone with the strength and courage to throw the thunderbolts of Liam Neeson from Clash of the Titans, as if they were his own." He's talking about Drive Shaft. He's saying Drive Shaft is strong enough to overcome it himself. And you know what? It isn't the mutant AIDS that kills him in the end. So we finish with our team all together, posing for the cameras and promising us loads of more great New Warrior stories that we never get. And then, to shut that fake geek girl diversity in a comic book up, Knife Splasher, he shows up and he agrees to help organise and run the new team. But it is the last issue because idiots like him swore off the book in the first place for fickle cosmetic reasons. This is really good. I enjoyed all of it. I think Agnes and Drive Shaft as characters, they were really good. They were fleshed out and interesting. They weren't just bland new creations forced onto the team. They are actually properly worthwhile prospects. And by the end of this issue, we have all the original New Warriors together again, barring the two that the series couldn't use because Kurt Busey had stolen them for the Avengers, effectively crippling the New Warriors. Despite that, Jason Fabergé, he managed to make it work without two important characters, and I am really annoyed we didn't get another 10 issues of this, or another 5 issues, or even just one more issue. It's really well done. I rate it 7 thumbs up.